another point about why they might not want to disclose this is that maybe they have a deal. This sounds crazy, but people like Linda Howe have talked about this and others. Maybe there's some sort of deal that they're allowed to experiment on us. They're allowed to abduct us. They're allowed to do what they want with us, maybe to a certain level, a certain number of people or a certain amount of times or a certain amount of secrecy. They're allowed to do this, and we will not intervene. We will do nothing. And in return, they keep their presence unknown to the mainstream. They don't pop down on the White House lawn. They don't make themselves known to the masses. It seems possible. And here's something you got to think. It's clear that whatever these entities are, they're playing ball. They're playing ball in a weird way. They're not showing themselves at mass. And, obviously there's thousands and thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people who've seen these, but they're not popping down on the White House lawn, which they obviously know we have governments. They're not dummies. Clearly, if they can travel this far and possess this kind of technology, they're not dummies. So they could figure out who's in charge if they so wanted, and they could pop down and show themselves and be our overlords in a month. But they haven't done that, which means for whatever reason they are okay with them. They are okay with hiding right now, and that to me says you're probably up to something not good, right? You're probably up to something that if we found out, we wouldn't be too thrilled about it, or perhaps we just couldn't comprehend it. But there's some reason why they've agreed to keep this. It's like they're in cahoots with the governments almost. Why is it that they have the same goal? The government wants this hidden, kept secret. The aliens want this, or aliens is kind of a corny term. Let's say the extraterrestrials, whatever these entities are, non-human intelligence, seems more of a scientific term, I guess you could say. They don't want themselves to be revealed at mass yet either. So that's odd, and that kind of is indicative of a possible agreement. And as this man who posted this dives into, the hypothesis is that they are metabolizing local organic resources that have, high in sugar, high in carbs, high in protein, he said. That sounds like us, doesn't it? Sounds like maybe cattle, too. Sounds like it could be related to the cattle mutilations or the abductions. Let's say our government, I'm going to get myself banned for saying this shit. I need to go post this on Rumble. Let's say that the government part of this deal, this is just hypothetical, guys. Obviously, it could be completely fake. Who knows? But let's just play a hypothetical game here. They have a deal with these ETs. The ETs are taking us and using them for genetic alteration. They're using our DNA, which is why our DNA is showing up in these guys. And they're using us for sustenance. They're feeding off of us in some sort of way so that they can stay here and do whatever task it is that they're created to do. Fascinating, dude. Totally possible, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's one of the best, most plausible theories that I've heard as to why they could be here and why they're kind of hiding away. And fascinating. Even aliens got to eat. That's what I took away from this. Even aliens got to eat. Just perhaps not Chipotle. Perhaps it's our blood. That's awful.